Mondays absolutely wreck my head. On Sundays, we say to the kids, find all the things you need for tomorrow. Hang your uniform onto the pegs that I have put on the side of your wardrobe. Find everything. Pack your bag. We do our best to reset and get ready. And yet, on Monday, there are people shouting at each other. People about to go out the house saying, I can't go to my club because I don't have the right shorts. All this kind of thing. So overwhelming. And in this moment of overwhelm, I want to speak to you about how this really, really feels. I'm Laura Lloyd. I'm a coach, a life coach who's mostly helped people stop overeating and binging over the last 10 years. A lot of that work has involved some deep life coaching. And it's at this moment in my life where I suddenly feel like, there are things that I need to address in my life before I can even begin to think about how I want to take what I know and offer it to the world in the form of a business or a charity or any other thing. I think what I'm discovering is that I have two big challenges, actually. And the first is I have some neurodiversity traits which show up on diagnostics as kind of medium in the middle. It's like straddling the border of ADHD and straddling the border of autism. And I think they're mainly sensory traits, which feel like they make me really ill suited to being a parent. So I don't know if these traits are really a neurodiversity, as in an actual brain wiring difference, or the result of trauma, lifelong anxiety, striving, perfectionism. What I do know is that I'm easily overwhelmed. If someone else gets angry, I tend to fly off the handle because I feel overwhelmed by stress, by their stress. So it doesn't matter how many parenting books that I read. I know what I should do is model staying calm and being the one who regulates everyone else. I know that's my job as a parent. And yet, I find that really, really, really difficult in practice to get anywhere near. What I feel like doing is running up the hill and going, I'm getting out of here. Everyone else sort themselves out. And so, in this sense, maybe the thought that I'm not cut out to be a parent is a painful thought and perhaps a really unhelpful one for us to be thinking. Perhaps a better way of thinking about this is to think, well, actually, I'm not somebody who's naturally disposed to holding the calm mother space that a family needs. So, can I learn that? Can I heal that trauma and practically figure out how to become more calm? Can I be more strategic around it so that I'm less of a volcano and everyone else doesn't become walking war veterans of my neuroses? Like, How do I do that? I want to say, though, in case this ever gets misinterpreted, that I don't regret having these beautiful people, being a mum, seeing these people grow up. It's incredible. And I don't regret them, but I constantly feel like I'm not a very good one. And that's painful too. Like, I can even feel, even saying that out loud feels like, ouch. And what a lot to carry. What a lot of not enoughness to carry around. And of course, we've all heard the theories of, Winnicott and good enough mother. How do I actually feel like I'm hitting the spot and able to be in my personality and still hold this space? So hold this space and do less harm. So the second thing is focus. I really struggle with procrastination, with finding focus, with getting organized, and a lot of householding and for a mother seems to be, or for a father if they're the householder and not the stay-at-home one, is to organize all of the objects in the house into a orderly, tidy fashion, keep things clean, keep the schedules running on time. It's very managerial, stage managerial. You're managing a lot of different moods and trying to get entertainments right for everybody, trying to get everybody the opportunity to fulfill their talents and dreams through their different clubs and stuff, driving them around, coordinating meals for them. All of this kind of organizational, managerial part of my brain. I don't know how to describe how I feel like putting on my list of to-dos that I've got to sort a tub of washing. I know I talk about the washing all the time. I know it's insane the amount I talk about washing, but it's because for my brain, that feels like a cognitive task that is completely challenging to accomplish. And I could be stuck there for hours trying to get that done. And it frightens me how incompetent I am in those ways. And no wonder that I've avoided doing those kind of things over the years. I've been a parent now for 13 years. I've got 3 girls. And I've largely used having my own business, having my own project, writing a novel, building a house, all the other projects of life as a place to go and be in my competence. Because over here, I'm bogged down and lost. And so, but what I also find is that a disorganized, stressful household then ambushes my head with stress and nervous energy. And then when the kids have gone to school, I can't get my head together to work. I'm in some sort of shell shock and some sort of dysregulation. And I can't really do the things that I need to do, like prioritize nicely. I like to pick a task and focus on it from that place. Hence a lot of overeating on my part. And so overeating has been the thing that's demonstrated all of this to me in such a visual way. So I am grateful for my overeating, for being the doorway that's sort of shown me these problems in my life. I don't have the solutions. And once again, I would ask that please, if you write a comment on this video, please don't write tips and tricks for housekeeping because I don't feel like I need lots of hacks like put all your washing on a mixed load or something. Like I do need systems. And I was Googling this morning, how can I make washing easier for the kids to help with? But I also feel very pressure sensitive and slightly demand avoidant. So if somebody tells me you should do it this way, it just makes me feel inadequate. Somehow I need to navigate this. And I would absolutely love to hear comments from people who are also trying to navigate, in a way, being in life roles that they feel ill-suited to, and yet are learning how to be their own version of that, which works. Thanks for the chat.